New York.
The building is on fire. The building is on fire.
Hello, everyone. We're back again. We missed yesterday, of course. Y'all know that. But if you didn't know, now you know. You know, nigga. All right, so we back. We are back. We want to talk about something. It's kind of important, Jeff.
I'd
Pretty
say so.
serious. Pretty serious stuff.
Yeah.
Dealing with MLK, Dr. Martin King Jr.
They tried to play us, but we made the game. Offend these haters, turn their shade to shame. Believe you me? Stick with the name that pays. Big Daddy everything. And they thought I was dumb to rap, but how dumb is that when I'm the running back? Gut punch you in front of you at eye level, see if you gon' stomach that. It's food for thought, but we don't feed them hoes, we don't need them hoes. Eloquent, Big Daddy elephant, just in their element. Intelligence, telling man something they could tell a friend. And
You know what I find interesting, brothers? We've been growing our hair since that video.
Oh, we have. That's true.
Like you've been growing yours.
Uh-huh.
I'm growing mine.
Yeah. Maybe when it's grown to our desired length, we'll make a new video.
That sounds like a good idea, Jeff.
That way, we're being recognized in the video. We won't be recognized.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's true.
So
Makes sense. That was a cool day too, man.
it was.
We had celebratory steaks.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so I've been spending a little time these last few days looking at podcasts. I'm talking about Joe Rogan a little bit.
Okay.
You know, Jordan Peterson has a podcast,
Mm-hmm.
which could be expected. Watching a little bit of the Tate's podcast, some older material.
Yep.
And what's this guy's name? Not Sneeko, not Aiden Ross. All right. Anyway, it's another young dude. They do what's their podcast name?
You talking about Fresh and Fit?
Nah, but I've been watching them too. I've been watching them too. Watching the Nelk. Yeah, Nelk.
Nelk.
Nelk Boys. Yeah.
Nelk Boys. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been watching them. And what I noticed, brother, is they all have more viewership than we do.
They have more eyes on their top corner in their screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Who cares?
So whatever. I'm just gonna. My wife makes delicious macaroni, so whatever. They do, man. Yeah. Well,
Y'all need somebody that's not gonna do things just for views, right? Somebody that can just do it for what it's for. So today we're talking about. Hey guys, what's up, Bonnie?
Bonnie, what's going on?
Please speak to the husband to be. All due respect. And blessed to see your family. Appreciate you for all the support. Always supporting every time you get a chance. We appreciate it. We're talking about Dr. Martin King Jr. was what he was doing. His message was it of God? I will definitely appreciate it. Thank you. Jeff, what say you, brother? He's going around. He was preaching. He was talking to people. He went to a lot of different places.
Yeah.
Had a 1,000,000-man march.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know that he was Southern Baptist. Christian, right?
Yes, sir.
A certain denomination of Christianity, and so I think it's widely assumed that it was of God. I think what we have to look at though is where would God have sanctioned something like what he taught?
Okay, what was he teaching?
He was teaching equality and change by way of peaceful means, I guess,
Okay,
peace instead of through violence.
so we want to bring change through nonviolent means. Okay, he was trying to outsmart people.
No, I think
His message was to just outsmart people.
it was more so like to just get a bunch of people together and then demand a change because
Hmm.
look at all the people I brought. Kind of like how they do the petitions, like a bunch of people sign petitions.
Yep.
That's how Sonic the Hedgehog changed. Actually, he was ugly at first when they did the movie, and then all the fans were like, "No, they all signed this petition. Look, change him and make him look like the cartoon." And
Oh,
then
that's when he had the
they did
mean
it.
face. He kind of had like
Yeah,
a scowl a little bit.
yeah. He didn't look anything like the game. All the people that wanted to see it said, "No, we won't accept it. If you put it out, we're not going to watch it." They petitioned, and it worked. It worked. They changed it. They went back and changed the animation.
But I watched some Sonic and I thought he was a little kind of weak. They should
And
have
the
kept it. I didn't get to sign it.
oh yeah, yeah. It was like an
No, I would
internet.
have said no. I would have said no, hell no.
Well, he
I
looked.
would have typed hell no. Keep him like that.
Yeah, that's because or whatever. It was the people that liked Sonic as children. They wanted to see that one, the cartoon.
But they've never also must have never looked at a hedgehog before.
Hedgehogs are very mean-looking creatures. And, I believe a porcupine is a hedgehog.
Hola, sola, and
Jeff. Good to see you, fellas.
also if Victoria's on, hey Curly.
That's how I see it. It's just the one.
It's good to see you, Manny.
It's good to see you, man.
Appreciate you. Appreciate all the support. So what are you saying though about this?
Yeah, it's kind of like the petition thing. Like, let's all come together and say that we want something else instead. I think that was kind of his approach,
Okay.
and that he would stand against aggression with peace.
Well, I have a question, brother, because how do those petitions work? If there's like a lot of names on it, yes, continue. What happens next? Just a lot of names. Can't you? No one is even going to read each name.
Yeah, I think it just shows the support of the idea. And I think they only work under certain circumstances. Like going back to the movie is being made for one reason and one reason only, and that is to generate revenue.
Okay.
And if a bunch of people that are fans say we won't watch it unless, then it'd be a good idea to listen to what all of these names. Don't have to read all the names, just see all of them and go ahead and make a change. That way you can get your revenue. Because if not, you're probably not going to get your revenue.
Okay.
So,
Okay, I see how that works.
yeah.
Because what I was thinking is if anybody had something that they wanted from me, either they could pay me for it or they could fight me for it. I thought that was all it was. Fund or fight.
Fund or fight? No. Okay, so let me ask you this. What if I went to your neighborhood
Okay.
and I got all the people in your neighborhood, all
Mhm.
of them, and I got them all together and I said, hey, do you guys agree with me? Aren't we sick of Sola having those frozen pizzas in his freezer? Yeah, we're sick of it. All right. Yeah, well, let's all go in front of his house and tell him to give those up. Come give us those frozen pizzas out of your freezer.
Okay.
And your entire neighborhood was standing out front, and I was at the front.
Got you. Okay.
Give us the pizza. Give us the pizza. Give us the pizza. We won't lie. We need the pie. We won't lie. We need the pie. Yeah.
So all of y'all really came out here because of my pizzas? That's why y'all are here, for my pizza?
Yeah, give us the pizzas. Look at all of us. Cough them up. Don't take a loss. Give us the sauce. Don't take a loss. Give us the sauce.
Got you. Nah, man, these are my pizzas. But it's good seeing you all. Jim?
Boo. Don't you Jim me. Boo.
All right, it's good seeing y'all. I'm gonna go. In fact, now I'm hungry. I'm gonna go warm up one of those pizzas.
Hey, Tom, get the megaphone out. Give us the pizza. Give us the pizza. Give us the pizza.
No, I'm not gonna do it. Cause what do y'all? Why? Why would I do that? Why would I give you the pizza for what?
Because we're here and we're sick of it.
Or else what?
We're here. Look at all of us. Everybody,
What are
boo
y'all
this
gonna
man.
do?
We're gonna boo you. We're gonna boo you. Everybody, boo this man.
Are
Boo.
y'all gonna tip my house over?
Everybody, push on 3.
Because I just have a hard time understanding how a lot of people can make anybody do anything.
Yeah.
Unless you fight.
Yeah.
Well, unless you're destroying some stuff. There's more urgency with it if you start destroying things.
Right. Yeah. That's force, actually.
What do you think? What do you think God's message would have been then? Just based off of what you've seen God say before.
Yeah. So I think about the times we can look at a couple of scenarios where a group of people were under oppression, and the Lord said, "All right, that's enough. Let me get you guys out of this oppression." He took on that task to get the people out of oppression.
Yeah.
Kind of like MLK Jr. He taking on this task to get people out of oppression. And the biggest one I can think of is when Israel was in Egypt. And the Lord told Moses to go petition to have the people released. Obviously, the Pharaoh said no, and we know that the Lord demonstrated force against Egypt in various ways. I think 10 of them, right? Was it 10 total?
10 plagues, yes.
10 plagues. And the last one would end the lives of all the firstborn children. Whoever wasn't covered.
That's pretty serious, Jeff. You can't play around with that.
Pretty serious, man. Pretty serious. There was famine, there was plague, there was blood, there was dehydration, there was sickness. All the cattle died. It's kind of a big deal. And then when Israel finally was freed from the oppression, the oppressors chased them down and they would end up getting drowned, all of them. Every person that pursued Israel that day was never seen again. So that's how that went. A lot of people died, a lot.
Okay.
And Israel was freed from the oppression.
What has, just asking, because I know Dr. King had a dream, and I actually don't have any personal beef with Dr. King, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know each other. But as I look in the annals of history.
Yes. Yes. Correct speaking English. I love it. Yes, sir.
I see that he did have an impact, but please, can you share with me what that impact has done with I don't know, us, our children?
Yeah, I mean, I
See any
guess.
benefits from it?
Well, that's kind of debatable. It's
Okay,
kind of debatable.
Let's debate it.
Okay. So I don't know what was done directly because of, I guess we'd have to find out what was done directly because of what MLK did. Like, the direct result. Because there was a whole movement going on at the time. It wasn't just him. Right? It was an era of civil rights movement.
But what about Jerry Jones?
Who's that? Jerry Jones.
He's the owner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, that Jerry Jones.
Certainly, you've heard of Jerry Jones.
Yeah. I was. My mind was in the 1960s. I was thinking about.
No, he was there too.
He had to have been, yeah.
No, there's a picture of him having a problem.
Really?
With black students coming to school. Yeah, there's a picture.
Oh. He didn't like it.
He didn't like it.
I got you.
He was amongst. Now you don't see him having a snarl on his face like some of the other people, but he was there in the midst of people bringing resistance against a darker race of people trying to come to school.
Yeah,
because
that was.
Go ahead. What you got? I was thinking about this dream. If the dream was to have black people and white people all go to school together, why were people getting hurt for it? That was his message. How come people were still getting hurt for it?
Because half of the people didn't want it, right? If you're trying to bring in this group and this group, one group doesn't want it, and so that group hurt the other group.
Okay, but what about Dr. King? I thought he died for that.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Is that why he died?
Well, actually, he died because he was getting smarter and meeting with different people instead of just being a distraction for people. He turned into an actual, like somebody that was a threat.
Yeah, he started to change his mind right at the end. We've talked about that before. Right before the end of his life, he started changing his mind. And then he was killed. Because it's like this, right? Was he a martyr? And if he was a martyr, can a martyr be if the cause is only peace? Right? Can it be that someone dies for the cause of peace and now they are considered a martyr? And it's typically that's not the way it works.
No.
You avoid killing the prominent figure, because if he becomes a martyr, then violence will ensue.
Yeah.
Right? And so
if that's the angle if that's the angle you wanted to go.
Yeah.
The individual, yeah.
And so it couldn't have been that he was killed because of the peace. It couldn't have been that, because then he would have been a martyr and violence would have ensued. So it was for another reason. But yeah, it was what did he say he said a lot in the I Have a Dream. The one that's always talked about though is the judge of character instead of skin color. That's the point that people always use.
Okay. By the content
of their character.
Character.
Instead of the color of their skin. That's everybody that quotes the speech quotes that part. That's what I've always heard.
All right, let's do that. Content of my character. All right. What do you think that would do, brother? If truly we did that, how would things be like? How would the police department be downtown, the precinct?
Oh, they would they would kind of get to know people.
Okay.
In the communities.
That's probably true, and then they would know like what medication this particular person is on.
Yeah, they would spend some time with some psychology maybe to see to tell the difference between someone that's like nervous, under duress, or prepared to act aggressively. Because there's clues, there's cues. Because that would be like the content of the character, right? Like if
I would
someone
think.
is scared, isn't that in the content of their character?
Yeah, I would say so.
Or if someone is wanting to be violent, that's also in the content of their character. So,
What if there were all the people, there was a people that had the best contents of character, like had the best character contents? Wouldn't they take?
that's
Wouldn't they then become
they'd be in charge.
in charge?
Yeah, they're in charge. Yeah, the people with the best. If that's what we're doing, right? Like as a society, we're
Yeah.
judging everyone only on the content. Yeah, the people with the best content is in charge
Okay.
for sure.
I hate the man died for this though, brother. Young man, 39 years old.
Yeah.
I just the what I do wonder is if he got that message from God or not. I know he said that he did, but he said he saw the promised land, and that started making me think like, no, maybe he did hear something, but he just didn't want to share it. He said, "I seen the promised land." He knew, like, I won't get to go in, but I wonder how he would like this, Jeff. I wonder how he would like this if he did get to see the promised land and he walked around over here and saw this. I wonder how. What would he think about rap music, brother? What do you think?
He would abhor it. It would be abhorrent to him.
Okay.
It would probably sicken him. He would probably have to sit down with himself and decide on what it is he actually did.
Excuse me. Man, gotta shake this thing off.
Yeah, man. What is
Get off me, man?
Hey, man. Hey, back up off of him. All right. All right. It's time for you later, man.
He has kids, brother.
Mm-hmm.
What's up with them? How come they're not saying, "All right, y'all know what we're supposed to be doing. What are y'all doing?" He has a son, brother. It's chubby.
Yeah.
How come he's not like, "Nah, man, what are y'all doing? Hey, we're all supposed to be doing this." Where are they at, brother? Where's their voice?
I don't know, brother. It seems like it all kind of went away with him.
Okay. We've had people on this podcast say that they're more Malcolm than Martin.
Mm-hmm.
You know what to extrapolate from that, right?
For sure, yeah.
Okay. You think that it's possible that Dr. King actually owned a firearm? You think he did?
I do, yeah. I believe so. Yeah, if I had to bet, I would bet that he did.
Sad, brother. It's sad because he was under the impression that, because in the scripture it says love conquers all things, and he was out there just thinking, well, I love all my people, so maybe he died at 39, man. It's young, he's a young guy.
Yeah. And this is one of the problems with Christian doctrine.
Yes,
if
sir.
I could just point out real quick.
Yeah, that's where I wanted to go anyway.
Yeah, so one of the issues with Christian doctrine is what the Christians have done is they've created a lens that you put over your eyes, and then you use that lens to read the scriptures.
Got you.
So they teach you love. Hey guys, here's our Christian definition of love. Go ahead and put that on your eye, and then read the scripture. And so when you read the Bible, you're reading it with this love definition that's covering your eye. And the problem is that is not what love is.
Right.
What the Christians typically use to describe love is more in line with something like affection or endearment, more like that. Maybe some infatuation, maybe some of that. Maybe there's even a little bit of romance, right? A little bit. A little bit of romance. But love is actually something else entirely, especially the love that we see that's in the scriptures.
Okay.
Right? Because we see a verse that tells us that God is love. Right?
Yeah,
And
I
then we
read that.
also see a verse that says that he is a consuming fire. And we're not talking about like passion. We're talking about it sucks oxygen. You know what I'm saying?
So we're not talking Valentine love?
No, sir. This isn't I just want to dance with you.
Be
No.
mine?
Be mine. No. Kiss me. No.
On those heart
Yeah.
candies.
They're like sugary Tums. Those little sugary Tums. Yeah. Yeah, brother. And then the Christ, before he leaves, he talks to the disciples about love. And one of the things Zola and I talk about this all the time. He says, here's the greatest form of love. No, actually, he says there is no love greater than this.
Okay.
And so this we hear this type of talk when we talk about the Most High as well. There is no one like him, right?
Yeah.
There's no love greater than this. And then he goes on to say, for a man to lay down his life for his friend.
Yeah.
And so that is the greatest form of love, and there is no love like it, no love greater than it. And then Christ would go to lay down his life. And he told the disciples, you were once, I think he said, my disciples, and now I call you friends. And so he was showing them, I'm laying my life down for you guys. You guys are my friends.
Yeah.
And then we see how he laid his life down. He was brutally beaten and killed. Violence. And he had to actually withhold himself from killing those people that were trying to kill him because he had to die.
Right.
And I think maybe that's where some of this confusion comes into play, is that we're expected to do the same because the Christ is, right? And it's like, well, the problem is the Christ was specifically sent here to die as a sacrifice to fulfill the law. Whereas we are not the sacrifice that is to die to fulfill the law. You know what I mean? And so if it wasn't for that purpose, rather than Christ, he says, if I wanted to, I could do this. And it was
So
Legion down.
Do you think that our test scores went up?
Because of MLK?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Jim Crow came down, and then our scores went up.
Oh, no.
What about our financial power?
Oh, no, it went down. And actually, what's interesting, brother, is it went like this until the Civil Rights Movement. And then after the Civil Rights Movement, it went like this.
Okay. So, well, okay, I think I'm ready then. I'll go ahead and look at it and say, oh man, it doesn't look like that was of God. And I know that there's some. I actually encourage someone to say, "Oh man, you're horrible, bro. Look at what you're doing. Look at what you're saying."
Yeah.
Hey, brother, somebody will do the same for me after one day. You know what I'm saying? They're like, "Nah, man, that guy was a saint." No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Yeah. Yeah. If it's 100 years from now and you're listening to this, please don't tell anyone that we were saints.
But I don't see how it's from God, because God is about action. He really is. He's about that action. He doesn't want you to go stand and be sitting ducks, target practice. He doesn't want you to get hosed for being a skin color. If you got hosed, be hosed because you won't denounce the Christ.
Yeah.
Because then it really counts. But if you say, "Oh no, I'm going to take," does anybody know how much pressure is in that scenario when they're using fire hoses?
I can guess.
That's a lot of pressure, man.
Yeah. It's a lot, brother.
That's a lot of pressure. Now, I don't know, brother. I don't know. I just look at this situation, and obviously I'm not doing more than he is. You know what I'm saying? So I can only say so much.
Yeah.
He probably should have listened to some of those older folks. He was young. Jeff. He was a young
Yeah.
pastor. He should have listened to some of the old people.
Yeah.
Not to be afraid, but just just to think this thing through.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to offer anyone that hears this and they want to challenge it. I want you to just do this: is to find a scenario or story in the scriptures that is like unto what MLK did, and then present it and say, "Look, yes, God would have said this because look at this story or look at this situation." Just do that, and we'll discuss it. I'd like to discuss it. I just don't see anything like it.
Right.
I don't see it. I see the Lord overcoming the enemies of His people.
Absolutely. Well, what is there there's nobody left? Nobody else? Yeah. No, where's everybody else?
I don't know.
They stopped at everybody. Since him, no one's ever reached those lows.
Yeah. Yeah.
The next closest person is Kevin Samuels.
Yeah.